Another bone.
What about this?
I got a good eye for bones.
Whoa. Ew.
Well, we decided to blast through here.
Yep. To the left, to the left. Or you can go to the right and hit the jump.
Check this out.
Holy cow, that you should leave that and call that the tree of death.
Nah. It's that locust action. People actually make fishing hooks out of these.
Wow.
But for us, we're going to chop it down so nobody loses an eye. Look at that. Ow, dude.
Oh my god.
Feel the tip of that.
That would definitely...
You could like almost find a small one to like do sutures with.
Oh, ouch. Jeez, that's crazy.
Eventually we'll probably beat some of this down so you can actually get a tighter turn through here. Veering off to the left. That might as well.
At least for this stuff, the ground's kind of soft.
Exactly. Yeah, we don't have to lose any speed. Might as well. Brap! Oh my god.
What?
Look at that.
Corona!
What is the chance of that?
Oh my god. Oh,
I'm screwed, dude. I just coughed too.
I know, right when you said that.
Really? Found one tire, a paint can, some fence posts.
Is that your pooping can?
No, why did I poop in a can? This is a true single track right here. Come through here. Like I said, I'm just gonna leave all this, take this one out. There you go. Good boy, good boy. Yeah, thank you.
Unfazed.
Now we got more options here.
Yeah. These ones are big too. There's not much.
Kind of random. And guys, as soon as I get an electric bike, possibilities are endless, like with stuff we can do. And really, I'm allowed to do this stuff, but it's just, I have respect. We got a bunch of old people living here, so I don't like to be out blasting around all day long. That's why I don't have people riding here that much. It's just not ideal, Sure, I can do it. I could probably get away with doing it every day, but I'm just not gonna be that guy. Especially with, some of the louder bikes that we have. I need to get a pit bike again with a stock exhaust. Like I'm looking for a 150F. That way we can just have something quiet to use as a pit bike. So I'd like to get a pair of those eventually, or a pair of electric bikes. Like, I don't know what the future brings. We definitely have to have something quiet though.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I've been blasting her 150R around and it's ridiculous. It's like louder than a 450.
Run with it. Dude, vines are terrible.
Guys, I got another crazy idea. What do you think about having a tree house back here? How lit would that be? Let's see what this looks like.
Some of these roots that are in the ground are crazy.
Yeah. A lot of that's grapevine, believe it or not.
Wow.
That stuff's no joke. Like, it's super resilient. Doesn't break. Take that out. And then boom, we'll come through here.
Yeah, you gotta whip around in between these two.
Whoop. Come over here. That's no purpose. Purpose. Come through here. Only thing we're lacking.
Land.
Hills.
Yeah.
There's nothing. It's all flat. But you could put some jumps and stuff to make up for that, which is probably fine. But really what I want to do is just like set up a bunch of different obstacles, that you'll face like out on the trails, like ditch crossings, the tree crossings, and different types of features that we can build to just practice. Actually have somewhere to come and practice rather than just riding in open fields. It just gets pretty boring. I kind of like going off to the right there. So that's what we're gonna do. Well, you guys, here it is. This is the first real ride on the 150RB. I got to take it around the parking lot, but that was about it. Absolutely love this bike. I think it was an amazing purchase for what all is done to it. But we're going to go ahead and hop on this thing, give it a cold start, and go for a ride. These things are super cold-blooded. I did have it fired up earlier, so I'm going to try no choke at first. And if you're asking why I'm starting it with my left foot, is because I twisted my ankle. Would you look at that? Maybe choke now? There we go. Not bad. So the previous owners actually installed one of these Tusk radiator caps that has a thermometer built into it, so that's pretty sweet. I was monitoring it earlier while I was warming up, and it seems to be working. There's Alexis. Honestly, I'm probably going to end up riding this thing more than she does. I love this bike. Sounds fantastic. So for those of you that are new and did not know, this bike has a flywheel weight. And what is the purpose of a flywheel weight? Basically, other than apart from me almost dying right there, it mellows out the power band. So it kind of takes a lot of that hard snap out of these things. And definitely tames it down a little bit. And that's a plus for Alexis because she's going to be able to ride this thing without jerking around all over the place. And it's just going to be a little bit more friendly for her. So I get asked a lot about the 150F, and there's really no comparison between the two. I mean, this is a full-on race bike. Race suspension. This thing is super high strung. And this thing just loves to eat. So I was hoping Alexis was going to be able to get out on this today and get a little bit of practice, but she's going to have to learn on the trails. I'm not sure what ounce the flywheel weight is. If I find out, I'll put it on the screen right now. But it definitely makes a huge difference. If you guys remember, I actually reviewed a 150RB on my channel before, and it is night and day difference. This thing is a lot smoother in a good way. You might lose a little bit. I keep grabbing for another gear, but I really do think this is just going to make so much better of a trail bike for Alexis. The only downfall is that kickstart. It can be a pain, but as you can see right here, just use the hot start and it fires right up, like pretty much first kick every time. Ooh, still muddy over here. I was hoping it would be dried up. We can get around it. Oh, it's swampy. Okay. We buried her. Sorry, Lex. That is the next good thing about this bike, is watch this. I can pretty much pull this thing out of the mud because it's 100 pounds lighter than her 230. There we go. Use the hot start. There we go. Got some mud on the seat. There we go. But just the power delivery on this, it's got really responsive and a lot of power at that. Like, this thing might be a 150, but it rips. Very comparable to the KX100. And the thing about the 230 is we've never really used it as a dual sport. Most of the time we're just trailering to the trails and riding trails. So why carry around all that unnecessary weight? Guys, I think we need to build a jump across this creek someday. We talked about it a long time ago, but I think we need to make it happen. But all that unnecessary weight and the lack of power, it just didn't make sense to build that bike up. Maybe someday when she wants another dual sport, but even then we'll probably just do the new 250F from Honda that's fuel injected. You just can't beat fuel injection. Yes, this is carbed, but they're tuned better and they don't have any of that emissions crap that the dual sports have. And this is jetted, by the way, and it runs great. There we go. Ooh, it's muddy. See how this thing moves at a slow speed. Like, picture Alexis, you know, she's cruising through the woods and going through some slow sections. Is it gonna stall out? Oh my gosh, look at this, guys. I attribute that to the flywheel weight. Throttle hand is off and this thing is tractoring around. Let's see if we can go up this incline. Okay, that pushed it to its limit. But as you can see, this thing will just track her along. It's got the risers, so hopefully that encourages her to stand up. Overall, I just think it makes a much better woods bike, minus electric start. I really wish Honda came out with a 150X. I wish they brought the X models back. I'd like to see a 250X, a 150X that just bridges the gap for shorter people. Because the 250R and the 250X are just way too tall of bikes for Alexis. She's 5 foot. She just, yes, she could do it, but as a learning rider, she won't be able to touch, period. I'm talking not even tippy toe. So sure, you don't need to touch to ride, but like I said, when you're learning, it sure helps. So I think a 150X, you know, one of these that it's got some of the emissions crap on it to pass, and maybe not street legal, but just headlight, tail light, maybe a speedo, not entirely necessary. But man, that would answer a lot of people's prayers, and I feel like it would sell really well. It's not like they don't have the technology. These engines are very similar to the bigger bikes. Oh, now we gotta go back through this crap. Should we just send it? I feel like we should just send it through here. That was a much better option. Sorry, Alex, but you're gonna have to start off the day with a muddy bike, because we are going riding tomorrow. me get some circles for you guys. Woo! The power delivery never gets old. It can almost stop you in this thing. Oh, we just hit a stoppie. If you can hear that, man, this thing just wants to idle. Just good for trail riding. I gotta say, I love this bike. I hope Alexis loves it just as much. So far she does. I just hope she doesn't get frustrated with the kickstart. She's gonna be stalling it. I mean, I've been, riding for over 20 years and I still stall stuff, so it happens. And also I feel like having the button allows you to get more lazy with riding, so hopefully she can just learn to keep her hand on the clutch, at all times. And usually if you pull in the hot start, she will not give you an issue and fire right up. Just like that. I gotta get back. I want to save my booty hole for tomorrow. It's starting to get raw already. Oh. Boom. Well, that is it, guys. Intro to the 150RB. I hope you enjoyed. Hit that like button if you're excited. Drop a comment down below and let Alexis know if you have any words of advice. But until the next video, we'll see you then.